Sprouted grains offer one of the most elegant examples of how nature can enhance the nutritional profile of food with no additives or fortification required. When grains such as wheat, barley, or rye begin to sprout, that is, when they are soaked in water and allowed to germinate under controlled conditions, something remarkable happens at the biochemical level. The dormant seed becomes a living, metabolically active organism, triggering enzymatic changes that not only break down certain anti-nutrients, but also unlock and amplify the grain's existing vitamin content. Among the most significant of these changes is the increase in B vitamins, particularly thiamine, B1, riboflavin, B2, niacin, B3, and folate, B9, which are all essential for energy metabolism, nervous system function, and cellular repair. The process of sprouting effectively wakes up the seed, activating enzymes that begin converting stored nutrients into usable forms. For the plant, this prepares the grain to grow into a seedling. For humans, it means increased bioavailability of the very nutrients we need for health and vitality. B vitamins are particularly enhanced in this transition. Studies have shown that sprouting can lead to notable increases in folate, thiamine, and niacin content, especially when grains are sprouted for 2 to 3 days. This is because the seed begins to synthesize new compounds in preparation for growth, and these newly produced vitamins are more readily absorbed by the human body. One of the unique benefits of sprouting is that it also reduces compounds that can otherwise inhibit nutrient absorption. For example, phytic acid, which binds minerals and can reduce the availability of B vitamins in whole grains, is partially broken down during germination. This makes not only the vitamins more plentiful, but also more accessible. The breakdown of complex starches and proteins during sprouting also makes the grain easier to digest, meaning the body can absorb the released vitamins more efficiently. It's a gentle, natural transformation that turns a static grain into a more dynamic and nourishing food. Grains like wheat and barley, when sprouted, become excellent sources of energy-supporting nutrients. Thiamine and niacin are two of the most critical B vitamins involved in carbohydrate metabolism, specifically in the conversion of glucose to ADP, the molecule that powers everything from muscle contraction to brain activity. In sprouted form, these grains support not only sustained energy, but also improved metabolic efficiency, making them an excellent foundation for meals designed to nourish body and mind alike. For people with higher energy demands, such as athletes, students, or those under stress, sprouted grains offer a natural way to support enhanced energy output without relying on synthetic supplements. What makes sprouted grains particularly attractive from a culinary standpoint is their versatility. They can be dried and ground into sprouted grain flour for baking bread, muffins, or pancakes. They can also be added whole to salads, stews, and grain bowls, providing texture and a mild, nutty flavor. Their enhanced nutritional value comes without the need for chemical processing or artificial enrichment. In fact, sprouted grain breads and cereals have grown in popularity precisely because they bridge the gap between traditional whole foods and modern nutrient needs. They represent a kind of nutritional wisdom that respects the integrity of the original ingredient while gently improving its value through natural means. It's also worth highlighting the holistic benefits of including sprouted grains in a balanced diet. Because they support B vitamin intake, they indirectly contribute to better mood, mental clarity, and nervous system stability, functions that are all tightly connected to these essential nutrients. Folate, which increases significantly during sprouting, is especially important for DNA synthesis and repair, as well as for women during pregnancy. Thiamine and niacin, meanwhile, are central to the conversion of carbohydrates into usable energy, helping to make every bite of food more metabolically productive. In a world where so much of our food is processed and stripped of nutrients, sprouted grains stand out as a refreshing exception. They are still whole foods in every sense, but with a bonus: a naturally enhanced nutrient profile that supports both immediate energy and long-term wellness. Choosing sprouted wheat bread or adding sprouted barley to a soup may seem like a small shift, but it's a decision that echoes with positive nutritional outcomes. It's an example of how understanding and respecting the biology of food can lead to smarter, more nourishing choices that align with the body's needs. Sprouted grains offer a beautiful balance of tradition and innovation. They carry forward the ancient practice of germination while aligning perfectly with modern scientific insights into nutrition and bioavailability. By integrating them into everyday meals, you support a more vibrant, energetic, and resilient body naturally and deliciously.